Okay, so it's been a while. It's been a fresh out of the oven hot minute, and I apologize for the delay between the last video and this one. But I have, well, I can't. Ooh, my voice sounds strange today. I have a few reasons for that. One, I had some unanticipated computer problems again. I actually ended up getting a new graphics card and all kinds of funky stuff that will enable me to record, I hope, more reliably. Whatever. Two, things in my life got fairly busy as far as my career pivot went. And three, I have no means of notifying the few of you who watch these videos that I wouldn't be recording a video because, I mean, the only way of notifying people is to make a video saying, hey, I'm not going to be making a video for a little while. But guess what? That seems a little presumptive and a little bit self-indulgent to make a video just to say, hey, I'm not going to be making a video for a while. So I apologize for the delay, but you know what? I just couldn't do it, and now we are back, and it's been it's been a while. So I apologize if things are a little shaky in as far as my voice goes or my commentary goes, but I'll do my best. But boy, it might be a little bit rough to quote the great Boss Nass. But what I'm going to do is this video, so I did a very small sample size survey, what people want to see, and it seems like for the most part people are happy to watch me play the game through with a similar kind of cadence and pace and exploration intent as I have been doing before. And I think I'll probably keep doing that for now. I'll explore areas that look interesting to me. If it looks like just a kind of a generic side tomb, I probably won't do it. I might or might not. We'll see. See how the day strikes me. And I'm also going to probably record the length and such of the videos will probably be more varied because I want to publish them as I record them. So, they might be half an hour, they might be an hour. We'll see. We'll see what comes up. And to kind of usher me back into these play sessions, I have a few questions from the last videos that I'm going to kind of do my best to answer while I'm playing. I think the first one, a natural one, because the last time we saw each other, I had an old build and I had just gotten the Thunderbolt Ash of War. And then eventually, and so my thoughts on Thunderbolt Ash of War is it was just such an awkward Ash of War to use in that at a distance it didn't do enough damage to kill enemies before they got to me based on my stats. I mean, what the fuck? What was that? The shadows just went wacky there. Weird visual bug. Anyways, it didn't do enough damage at a distance to kill enemies before they reached me. And then when they got close to me, it also just it was just slow enough that enemies could bridge the gap fairly quickly. And then when they got up close to me, I didn't have my sword dance, which is something has become quite a crutch for me. And then I also just didn't find that my melee damage output was high enough. So when I got to the not round table hold, but the fortified manor, I think I found oh god, it's been a few weeks since I played, so this is going to be interesting. I found the sanctified whetstone, sanctified whetblade. Hold on. The sanctified whetblade, which the sanctified whetblade with a cipher engraved can be used as a whetstone knife when applying an affinity using physical or golden type ashes of war. An additional affinity of sacred or lightning can be chosen. So I chose that, and essentially what I was doing was I was going towards, I think someone commented on it. I believe it was Dorkman Blade commented. It's essentially just a standard faith build. What I essentially was doing is moving towards the Effects for Life, I believe, Crusader build, which is like they have listed as a 150 level build. So what I did was essentially just took that 150, divided it by, or like times by 0.66, repeating, of course, and then leveled my stats based on that, which essentially gives me, ultimately, can I go select my, how do I can't see my things. Essentially gives me 40 Vigor, 22 Mind, 25 Endurance, 18 Strength, 17 Dexterity, 9 Intelligence, 60, a whopping 60 Faith, and 9 Arcane. So the reason I have each of those things, Mind just for the sake of, Vigor for the sake of having more health, because this is, I think I'm reasonably melee focused. Mind because I needed a little bit of stuff to cast with Endurance, Again, I just needed enough to equip things, although I think I probably put too much in endurance because I don't think... Yeah, I mean, I think I probably put too much in endurance because I'm not maxing out any of the weight load that I'm wearing, so probably could have gone a little bit lighter on endurance. 18 strength, which was just enough to wear the Gargoyle's Greatsword, assuming I was wearing the Radagon Sword Seal, and also enough to carry the Brass Shield. Dexterity, I think, was just naturally 17 with Radagon Sword Seal and my starting specs as a... What was I, an Inquisitor? A Spaniard? Whatever my class was. Intelligence I didn't level at all. And then Faith I leveled to 60 because... oh, shit. For those of you who aren't aware, which I don't think there's anyone in here, the Sanctified Wet Blade allows you to scale things with face. With your face, yeah, you scale things with your face. So once you level up something like the Gargoyle's Greatsword, right now I have C failing in Faith. C scaling in Faith. Can you tell? It's been a while since I've spoken for more than 30 seconds at a time. And so I know there are other weapons that have greater overall, I believe... oh, shit. I don't know any of the hotkeys anymore. Greater overall... Show me a different view. Have greater overall attack power than the Gargoyle's Greatsword, like greater base attack power. But when you scale the Gargoyle's Greatsword, Sacred Greatsword, to a higher level, I think one of the better weapons is technically the Iron Greatsword, but one I believe is supposed to be hard to farm, and two is when you scale the Gargoyle's Greatsword and the Iron Greatsword to a higher level with your whatever the stones are called that you scale with. Oh god, this is going to be tough. This is going to be really painful for people to watch. The Gargoyle's Greatsword ends up scaling better with Faith overall, and so I think the damage about evens out, so you get more Faith damage, less overall physical damage than, like, say, the Iron Greatsword, but because I'm going with a Faith build, it might end up doing maybe slightly more, at least comparable damage to the Iron Greatsword. Yeah, and then the Finger Seal I'm using because I don't have any other specific seal that I really know what to do with yet. I know I've got a bunch of these seals, but I don't think I'm leaning far enough into any of these specific incantation schools in order to use them over the Finger Seal, because from what I understand, and this is like a high-level understanding of these things, is that the Finger Seal is, you don't get any passive effects, so you don't get boosted any sort of incantation schools, but I think it does more, like it does more overall for everything as opposed to, it's got the highest average, or at least a high average, scaling and incantation scaling and I guess holy damage scaling than these other things, but it doesn't kind of beef you up in any of these incantation schools. So if you were to do something that's like mostly bestial incantations or a build that does mostly Godslayer incantations, you'd be better off using one of these seals. But I think for now the Finger Seal is best for me. And then use the Brass Shield because I think it's got like the best, from what I've heard, it's like the best pound for pound, if you will, gram for gram, ounce for ounce. It's one of the best shields in the game. It'd be great to use a heavy shield, but I just don't think I have the strength for it, or at least the strength for any of them right now that are going to give 100% physical damage negation. So the Brass Shield is a pretty obvious choice. And then just trying to look cool. Kind of miss seeing Pudge's gams, but life's too short to worry about little things like that. And then I just tried to figure out a way to fill up my medallion slots. I was using I probably will switch back to this, the Assassin's Crimson Dagger and the Assassin's Cerulean Dagger when just playing through spaces in general. And then when I get to a boss, I'll switch it to like the ones that I just had on, which are the Crimson Amber Medallion and the Cerulean Amber Medallion, just to increase my health and stuff overall, because I'm not getting that many critical hits with these weapons, or with these critical hits on the bosses. Okay, so from there, let's talk about my incantations, because I'm still not totally sure of what's best to use for incantations, but I'm doing way more damage now than I was before. So I've got Frenzied Burst because it's got like super far range, and it could pierce. I think it just goes straight through people. I think on several occasions I mentioned, I'm going to say it again, I mentioned how I got multiple headshots in Halo 3, or like headshot and killed multiple people in Halo 3, and this just reminded me of that. Just going to keep bragging about that for the rest of my life, even though I don't think it's that big of a deal. And then just trying to figure out what the best thing is, just to kind of diversify my portfolio of damage types. I have a Black Flame, I've got a Lightning Spear, and I've got Blessing of the Erd Tree for my hot. And I did have Elden. What was that? I did have Elden Stars on for a while, but it just didn't seem, based on the casting time, it just did not seem like it was worth it. Maybe it's better coming up. And so I guess that's kind of a build recap. I look pretty fresh. I mean, Pudge. I don't know if I don't know what I recorded and what I didn't record, but since I've gotten this, and since I have your attention, extra cool Elden bling, as Mucus Broth put it, is, check this out. Totally unintentional, but it looks awesome. On my left side, I've got the kind of like bronze armor. His left arm is bronze. He's holding the bronze shield, and on his right side, it's kind of a silvery armor, and the sword is more silvery iron. So totally unintentional, or intentional, whatever. Who cares? No, it was unintentional. Yeah. So, and I believe it was yes, it was Funky Fritter who said that they would like me to check out this cave. They thought it was pretty interesting. This Azura side too. And so I'm going to give this area a whack, and while I do that, I'm going to answer some of the other questions that people had. So Mucus Broth asked me what was the thoughts of the Morgott fight and the story so far. So the Morgott fight was good. What are we doing out here, Jar? Are you... Oh, you are. You are aggressive. Okay. Just let me show you how much damage I do now. 4 and 6 in a single swing seems like a lot. The Morgott fight was interesting. I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't understand the connection between Morgott and Margit. But it was awesome to see this. I feel like such a dum-dum. It's like going to see movies just for the action, like going to see a Transform movie. Like, oh, I didn't really understand the plot, but the action was great. Oh man, it was sweet. I mean, no judgment to people that just like seeing people or like enjoying movies for the action scenes or whatever it may be. But that's kind of how I feel playing this game. Is that one? You see that? When did these guys start moving so fast? Yeah, I so far the story is compelling. I think honestly one of the reasons why I'm continuing to play this game, because I do think that there is a compelling narrative, although obfuscated in some ways by the way it's delivered to the player. Obviously intentional. Hey, what? It is compelling. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck's happening with the Erd Tree. Why are these jars attacking? Why aren't we friends? Am I actually the bad guy? Is the Erd Tree like feeding off the bodies that I'm sacrificing or feeding off the souls that I'm sacrificing to it to give me power through the guidance of grace? It was really interesting to finally see the girl with the Mike Tyson eye tattoo who visits with the side of grace occasionally. She actually joined me for once, and then we tried to burn through the bush, or the doorway, the Elden Throne, but there was a gate of thorns in the way that didn't allow us to enter. So that's obviously like, they wanted... I was fairly certain that the game wasn't going to end there, because I know that this game is really big and there's so much exploration space around here that I haven't seen yet or really been guided to yet by the game. So I assumed that the game wasn't going to end. Oh, can't catch me. I assumed that the game wasn't going to end. And so it's kind of just, get to the thing, give the player a detour, send them off on something else. So now I know I need to go to the land of the giants and get some fire that's gonna light ablaze the thorn entrance, which I'm gonna do. But yeah, I didn't. The Morgott fight was interesting. I killed him in the second try. I think I got close to him on the first try, but the honestly, Engval and the lady with the eye tattoo did most of the work. I actually might watch that back and just kind of refresh myself on the lore there. I want to get trapped. I want to see what happens if I intentionally get trapped here. Take me away, chest. Oh no. My nemesis, the transporter trap. Where are you going to take me? Did you take me anywhere? It would appear to me... Oh, it did take me somewhere. Oh no, this is going to be a frickin' maze, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, to wrap up the things in the story, I'm still trying to figure out Pudge's place in all this, who all the players in this Elden Throne Ring... That was a weird little skip there. Elden Throne Ring game is. Why do people even want to be the Elden Lord? It seems like the crone, the finger reader crones were upset that the Greater Will was wrong, that I wasn't the Elden Lord because I got denied passage to the Erd Tree when I tried to enter. I believe then they said something about, oh, let's make our own fate. It was a very two-faced thing to say of them. No pun intended. Get it? 'Cause, you know, we make our own luck. Wait, who said that? Was that Two-Faced that said that? I make my own luck? Yeah. Anyways, and also Two-Faced because they were following the Erd Tree. Anyway, I'm like, when you have to explain your jokes or puns, they're either not good or really bad. Let's show some damage off right now. 369, not bad. And then a fully charged Zapdos does more than 341. Not sure how much. But yeah, they said, I think effectively what I remember from that exchange was that they essentially said, hey, maybe the Greater Will can be changed and manipulated. So I think they're starting to kind of lose their faith in the Greater Will because the Greater Will either led them astray or it just didn't tell them what they wanted. So maybe they're being a little bit, yeah, two-faced. But yeah, if there are any more specific questions about that lore specifically, but yeah, I'm very curious to see what ends up happening in this. I feel like I should have dropped down first before coming down here. Maybe that's what would have led me up there. That seems about right. Like that's probably where I would have dropped down if I started at the beginning. Anyways, yeah, I'm very curious to see what Pudge's role is in all this. I guess I'm gonna be slowly taking out the rest of the Tarnished as I go through, because I got a lot more to kill. Oh, before I forget, I want to talk about the I'll get back to the rest of these questions in a second, but I want to talk about the Dung Eater. Ooh, oh, you little jar man. The Dung Eater questline was super weird and lackluster. And I was really confused, too. I didn't understand what is the red-bodied, like the red embodiment, or the red ghostly embodiment in the Round Table Hold versus the actual physical embodiment that's in the world. They didn't really... I don't get which one's which and who is who, and they seem to have two different consciousnesses, which doesn't make sense to me. And also, Dung Eater's plan of like killing people and spreading his seed that way seems super inefficient. I'm not sure if I said this in the video, but the guy should have just tried to have babies with lots of people instead of trying to kill them all. Wouldn't you be a lot better at procreating and spreading your seed? Or polygamous, polyamorous, and just did it in the natural consenting way of having multiple children instead of poisoning people and then them dying? I don't know. It just seemed like Dung Eater's logic of spreading the seed was flawed and a lot less fun than the other options. Additionally, you gonna hit me? I think I do a lot more damage with my... Oh, and this seems to have greater attack speed with my guard counters there. Guard, whatever the hell it's called. Oh yeah, so and I was actually disappointed in the Dung Eater storyline because it just, and not the storyline, but the quest loop was just like ping-ponging back and forth between the Dung Eater in his cell and the Dung Eater in Round Table Hold. It just, oh no. I don't know if this is going to be fun. Funky Fritter, you might have a different idea of what's fun than I do. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. I'm still going to do it, though. Arced. Love shot. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. But, yeah, I didn't really get what was going on. You guys gonna blow up or anything? No? Oh, yeah. No. That's what happened. Anyways, yeah, it was so cyclical. It's like, oh, go here and then go, like, just go there and go back there and go there and go back there and go back. It's just going back and forth between the two destinations. Are you also going to be a teleporter? What? Okay, I'm going to guess this one's going to teleport me back to the start because it was behind a secret wall. Either way, after a while, I wasn't really sure. I gave him the thing that I'd found, the sacrificed seed or whatever the fuck it was, and then I poisoned him based on the red version of the Dung Eater's request to compromise the real version of the Dung Eater. And then I finished what I thought I finished the quest line. I fought the guy, I beat him out the world pretty easy. I got his weapon, which was what was his weapon? It's probably really painful to hear me talk about these storylines like this because I'm just so... Is it the Sword of Milos? Is that it? No, that wasn't it. I don't remember. What was it? Nope. It was something... Is it this one? No. I do not remember. I'm gonna stop it. Anyways, I got his weapon. And then when I kept going back and forth, and then eventually I didn't really know what to do. He was just sitting there, and the red version of him in Roundtable Hold was gone, and so I didn't know what to do. So I just unequipped my weapons and attacked him with the lightest attack I had, which apparently was a kick, and then I did 3,000 damage to him, which killed him. So this is where I've been. Yeah, okay, so this is just doing a little... You can give me some loot for getting up here? Which it would suggest to me that I was supposed to kill him, because in this game, like when I killed Fia, when I attacked her first, I just did a regular amount of damage to her. It was, I don't know, when I attacked her, I did 300 damage, but when I had kicked the Dung Eater, I did 3,000 damage, which suggests to me that I was supposed to, or like any attacks him would have killed him, and therefore the game wanted you to kill him. But now, I know he was supposed to be a summon, but now he's dead, so I don't know if he actually is a summon, so I don't know if I fucked that up, but I don't know, the game in some ways encouraged me to do it by, one, not giving me any further interactions with him, and two, by making me kill him in a single kick. Because if I hadn't killed him in a single kick, I would have hit him once. Essentially, the reason why I kicked him was I wanted to see if there was any reactivity on his behalf. After I had done all the parts of the quest, but there wasn't. I killed him. Oh well. Next question from Mucus Broth is, did you explore the fortified manor? And yes, I did, and I did not understand what was going on. Because it was effectively... Oh no. Mommy Jar's here. Okay, let's see how much a fully charged in-water zap does. Pretty good, eh? Enough to stagger, and then finish off with one of those. My sword dance does so much damage now. Hi. Yeah, so I found it, and I was walking through the space, and then I slowly started realizing, I mean, it wasn't that slow, but I started realizing, yeah, I will say slowly, okay, I slowly started realizing that I was in the Roundtable Hold. Oh, nice. And all of the, there was the hammer on the ground in front of the blacksmith guy. There was essentially all the evidence to suggest to me that that this was the Round Table Hold, but just in a different location. But there weren't any NPCs, and so I don't really understand what was happening there. But obviously, there's the connection between the Round Table Hold and the Fortified Manor. Yeah, I didn't really like Muke's question of if you did, what were your thoughts about it, Lore? My assumption is that this Round Table Hold off here, because it's the Table of Lost Grace or whatever maybe, isn't like if there's a lands between, if this whole map is the lands between, the Table of Lost Grace or the Round Table Hold must exist outside of that in some way, because that's how you can talk to like the ethereal version of someone like the Dung Eater, and then their actual corporeal version is here. But also you could talk. But you like when you talk to Rogier, he was the same in both places. Fee was the same in both places. I don't really know what's going on, but it seems like at some point the Round Table Hold was in Leyndell, and then when it got compromised or something bad happened, they decided to either duplicate it or make a copy of it, or I don't know what the fuck they were doing, and then somehow the Table of Lost Grace was born. This is me spitballing big time. I didn't really know what was going on, and that's probably clear based on my interpretation. But that was interesting, and that's one of the things that with this game that has kept me engaged, is it does, without stuffing the narrative down your throat, it has given enough things to ponder. Where is the lever? I thought I saw it up top somewhere. It has given the player enough things to... Didn't I kill you? Wait a second. It gives the player enough things to ponder and continue thinking about. So, wait, hold on a second. I wasn't up there. What the heck? Okay, take me back so I can drop down or something. I like how they're using the transporter trap as essentially a teleporter. I feel like I'm in... What was that? That space in Pokemon? Team Rocket headquarters? God, that was so hard to navigate as a child. Maybe it wasn't actually that hard, but X-year-old me, however old I was when that came out, certainly had difficulty with it. Okay, so I'm right now in copy number 1. I could probably drop down without taking too much damage, or any damage. And now this is going to lead me to the transporter trap that would have... Okay, so I know where I am. Did I find the Bolt of Grand Sex? Indeed I did, which is unfortunate because I found it right... Where are you, Bolt of Grand Sex? I also made a hilarious joke about Grand Sex. I think I should post that one though, so forget I just said that. Unfortunately... Where are you, Bolt of Grand Sex? I probably passed it twice already now, didn't I? Bolt of Grand Sex. Bolt of Grand Sex. I'm embarrassing myself. Bolt. There we are. I didn't have enough... I didn't... So when I got it, I should have used it when I had my dex high... Still had my dex high from my previous build. So I could test out the Ash of War, because I know that's one of the primary draws of this weapon is how powerful the Ash of War is. Because I don't think I can. Can I use the Ash of War? You can't use the Ash of War if you've got. No, right? Because I'm too weak. Too weak to use it. Anyways, I don't think I would love using it. Although the spell I think is supposed to be really powerful. It's actually not. Shit, that's actually not that slow. I mean, maybe I would have liked it. Okay, well, yeah, maybe, maybe I... Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe I should. Okay, well, maybe it's not too late now. Maybe one day I'll pull it back out. Because I thought spears were much slower, but that is not a very slow spear. But I need to. Ooh, I need my sword dance for now. Okay, I'm not. Well, the only thing that's confusing me about this space is that there's some sort of duplication of the space. Not duplication, they probably made two spaces. So that when I... Wait, where does this one take me? Maybe... No, okay. You can watch me struggle for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just get a taste of my frustration. And now I think it's time for me to be frustrated, because I'm sure hearing me talk about my weak... Okay, yes, this took me here. And I don't think that there are any false walls here, because these are all too large. Although, fucking watch one be a false wall, and I can't open this gate. I deserve to be frustrated, considering how frustrating I'm sure it is to hear me talk about any of the aspects of this game, lore included. Okay, so now my only option is to go back down. Yeah, I just tested the bolt of Grand Sax, and my thoughts are I should have tested it more extensively when I still had the dex to use it properly. But I think I probably still would have ultimately gone back to a build where I could use the sword dance, because just a second, because I'm so reliant on it, like to a point of debilitation in my play style. I use it so much, and I do like the right now. I do like the speed. Actually, shit, I want to know how fast the guard counter is on this bolt and Grand Sax, because that'd be really interesting if it. Because maybe I wouldn't use sword dance as much if the guard counter. Oh, this is really good. Let's check it out. I'm curious. Hey, it looks pretty cool too. I'm always more of a fan of simpler designs as far as weapons and stuff goes, but okay. So I am. One would think I am now above where I was before, but such is not the case, because the gargoyles that were here before are no longer here, and therefore I am in some sort of alternate universe. But there's a dead one. But no, there needs to be a... Okay. Yeah, I'm in some weird parallel universe right now. This game just loves fucking with you occasionally, doesn't it? Which I'm fine with. The occasional mind fuck is permissible. Okay, but now if I'm in this duplicate universe, then perhaps if I go open this chest again, it will take me to the top of the platform that I actually want to be on. Right? Because before I dropped down and then went to the thing that was immediately to the right of me at that point, which took me to the... Aha! Okay, now I want to try this guard counter out. I want to see how fast it is, because I'll be kind of sad if it's super fast. Come get some. Ah, it's... Oh, I like that. Oh, and it's pink lightning too? Damn. This might have been a mistake. Yeah, I guess I have to get a wizard's duel. Am I range of this piece? Anyways, yeah, maybe the bolt of Grand Sax would have been a good idea. Okay, one day I'll probably try it out. Because that was reasonably fast guard counter. And I mean, it looks pretty cool, that pink lightning. I said, remember when I fought the... when I fought the Dragon Knight, that I wanted to be a pink lightning boy. So maybe that'd be my chance to do it. And I guess so far, yeah. So you express all the last. Did you respect to a faith build? And Yes, I'm enjoying it so far. I essentially feel like a more powerful version of what I was before. I feel like a... Shit. No, okay, this is the original copy. This is the original copy. Oh, no, wait, but wasn't there... Fuck, I should have taken a note. I thought there was something to the right of this... sorry, on this side of the chest that suggested that this was a... that I could have picked up, like it was something over here to kind of signal. Like the game is essentially giving you multiple different visual cues to say, hey, you have or have not gone up these spaces. They must have limited this AI's behavior to say, hey, don't jump down, because if they jump down from here, then the player would have no way of knowing when they actually visit this space up here. So they did a smart job with that. I wonder what their sort of AI behavior controls they have. They must be able to limit their pathfinding somehow. Either way. So this must... I'm guessing this is the right way to go. I'll have to look for some doors. But yeah, I feel like this... I like this build. It's essentially the same playstyle as I had before, but just efficiently built. So I do a lot more spell damage and a lot more melee? How do you say it? Melee damage. I guess this is my only option. I don't want to get in the habit of whacking every wall that I can come across. Okay, where are you taking me, game? And now I go back, and now I can get the lever, right? You fucker. Wait. Oh, wait. If I go up now, this is someplace I've never been before. Right? Aha! Okay, that's good. Oh, hi. But look at my sword damage. Does so much damage now. 1776 and 1? I don't know what I did before, but it wasn't that high. So I feel like at this point I have actually explored the entire dungeon. Maybe there's a little side path, but I've unintentionally now explored the entire thing. Okay. Hold on, my brain is a little bit fried right now, and I'm having a really hard time processing my spatial logic at the moment. Okay. So, I was... Oh, Jesus. This is really embarrassing. I don't want to skip this because I want... apparently my frustration was fun to watch last time in when I had the other mindfuck building. Okay. So right now I am no longer in the... I'm no longer in the correct... we'll call it state of this dungeon. I'm in the wrong state. So... I need to return to the correct state, which is this. I'm assuming that, like, I'm guessing these are kind of just like stacked on top of each other as physical spaces. I don't think they're doing like an actual state change. Funky Fred mentioned in the last video that other mindfuck dungeon was actually physically built. I need to follow up on exactly what the layout of that was because I'd be very curious. But this one they could have just built. They're not going to do any sort of state change, but they're probably just like stacked the two environments on top of each other, so that they're in close proximity to each other. Because you don't, when you build environments, depending on like the technology that they have, which I don't know, so they might have different tech than I'm used to. But generally, when you teleport players between spaces, the further they go, often the longer the teleport can take. And if the teleports are closer to each other, you don't even need to necessarily like load in a new space because the other pre-existing space could already be streamed in or in existence. So I'm guessing these two dungeons, or the two different states of this dungeon, or these two dungeons, whatever you want to call it, are just stacked on top of each other. Because that would... Wait, if there's two different states, that means there's two different states of that room as well. But if they're stacked on top of each other, that means that they wouldn't need to teleport the player very far, and then thus would not have to take a long time to load. So they're probably just like stacked on top of each other. Okay, this isn't getting frustrating. So now I'm back in the wrong version. Not wrong version, but the version I don't want to be in. Because this is not going to have the lever at the end. Right. What chest am I missing? There has to be a false wall, or... I mean, no, that doesn't have to be. I might be missing something on this logic here. This is the kind of stuff that I assume people don't necessarily want. Ah! Fucker! That startled me. Exploded before? No. Oh, that thing spazzed out. Okay. I'm going to do one more run through while recording. So I'll try and put a timestamp or something. No, I won't put timestamps. I'm not that I'm too lazy. It's just that when you put a timestamp to indicate the end of something. Shit. So there is two versions of that room. When you put a timestamp to indicate... So these guys are dead, though, because I've killed them. When you put a timestamp to indicate the end of something, then you have to put a timestamp for the beginning of it as well. Wait, if I do this now... Which version of the... Because this one down here, as far as I know, is one of the switchers. This takes me to another version of the world. Maybe they all do. Maybe they're all just like flip-flopping. So you have to select the right one at the right time to flip and flop in the correct place and the right space. Hi. Oh, hello, ladder. Oh, fuck. Did not, I should have paid more close attention. Great glower. I'm getting so many cracked pots. It's crazy how many cracked pots I'm getting. Get it? I can use those as things, right? Yes, I can use those as things. Throwing pots. How many? Consumable stored crack pots. 13. I have so many crack pots. Let's show off our new Blessing Lyre Tree. I think it's like the more expensive, better version of the Blessing of whatever that I was using before. So this, I think, is the last... Sorry, I was going to say this is the last. This is the... We'll see how this goes. I don't fucking know. It'll probably drop me onto the end point. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Let's find out. Oh, no, okay, physically that kind of makes sense. Wait, what? No, it doesn't. Hold on. I know that, I know that I've solved this now. But I'm a little confused about the orientation of this. Because when I, when I went, this was sideways here. You are there. I can't tell if I'm just misunderstanding the layout of the space or if it actually switched it up on me. Let's find out. Because... Yeah, okay, so... Let's say we're... Oh, wait, facing north. We have cardinal directions. Why the fuck am I not using them? Cardinal directions. So that thing was on the north side. North side. So there's another one on the other side of this? That is confusing to me. Oh wait, now I need to get back to the top in the proper state, right? Yeah. Which I'm a little confused at which state I'm in right now. And I don't remember which one I needed to do to get back to the thing. I might pause it now until I get back there. Because I think I'm just going to be finding my way back now. It might take me a second and it might not be particularly entertaining. Is this it here? It's just going to lead me to a dead end. Oh, perfect. How fortunate. Alright, let's go rest up. Yeah, I'm a little confused at that, how that ladder orientation there. It didn't quite make sense to me in my brain cells. But whatever. Alright, who do I have out? Do I have my... I've got the tier. Let's give the tier a shot. Again. I used the mimic tier once or twice, and it seemed to be actually pretty freaking good. We're gonna get an Erdtree Watchdog here? Or something a little bit more, something a little bit more mind-bending. Grave Warden Duelist. Go get him, me! Watch how effective my mimic is. Go get him! Wait, multiple bots? You guys gonna explode on me? No? I think my miniature can just solo this guy. Or not. Oh, that's bogus togus. Let's do a little bit of casting while we got it. I'm much more powerful now than I was before. Good job. Good job, man. Soul Jars of Fortune Ash. Are these explosive version? Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. You summon blah 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 blah. These reckless spirits sacrifice themselves to vanquish their summoner's foes and explode upon death. Though their bravery is admirable, their explosions can harm friend and foe as well, friend as well as foe, and they will also immediately explode on contact with fire. Tell the others, tell them how brightly a fire jar burns. That's kind of sad. How much FP is it? HP costs 135. How much does the mimic tier cost? Ah, they're pretty cheap. I mean, if you could, I don't know if you can resummon things multiple times over when you get the chance. To summon, to do spirit summons, but if you could kind of not spam them, but almost, yeah, I mean spam them in a way, that'd be really cool. All right, I guess that's it. I hope this recording works, and yeah, I think I'll be uploading this one ASAP, so hopefully people can stay up to date with yours truly, and we can get back on this train, get back on the train of playing the game because I'm enjoying it. And it's been a while, and I feel like there's something in my. I feel like there's been something in my throat this entire time, or it feels like I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Next episode, I think I'm going to explore. Let me show it on a map once the game comes up. Until then, I'm going to beatbox for you because I've never shown off my amazing beatbox skills. I'm not very good at beatboxing. I just wanted to waste some time. By not very good, I mean you know, it'd be really cool is if when you came out of here after beating it, they teleported you somewhere funky. Anyway, don't I look cool? Oh, golden, bronze, silver, looking fresh. I'm gonna explore what I think was some sort of chasm. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where it was. I talked to Millicent. I don't know. I'll find it. You'll see. No, it's up here. No, it was over here. I don't fucking know. We'll find it. I'll find it. Anyways, I'm going to go. And if you watch this after the unannounced hiatus, I appreciate your time. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just want to chat. Or do you want me to spread the word of some deity that you worship? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? Okay. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Okay. Bye-bye.